to start with what's not being talked about enough. Ben over here predicted before the postseason even started that the Phillies were going to win the World Series, beat all those teams. He actually called Phillies Astros, has the Phillies winning them from before the playoffs started. This guy deserves his props, so I'm going to give him a round of applause real quick.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I appreciate that. I'm sticking with my pick. Phillies in 6, baby.
In 6?
Phillies in 6.
Welcome back to the Tipsy Tailgate, presented by Tipsy Tailgate Media. If you listen to the last pod, we talked about the NFL. This time, we're talking about the World Series. We've got a matchup for you guys, the Phillies and the Astros. They're going to show down tonight, 8 o'clock, 8:03. I think it's going to be a good one. I mean, listen, there's two ways we can go about this, but I want to start with what's not being talked about enough. Ben over here predicted before the postseason even started that the Phillies were going to win the World Series, beat all those teams. He actually called Phillies Astros, has the Phillies winning them from before the playoffs started. This guy deserves his props, so I'm going to give him a round of applause real quick.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I appreciate that. I'm sticking with my pick. Phillies in 6, baby.
In 6?
Phillies in 6.
Okay, so let's do I like what you just mentioned. Let's do a breakdown position by position, or not position, position
Pitching, hitting, fielding.
Yeah. Okay, so we could start with pitching. Game 1 tonight is a showdown between who's it tonight? Is it
Verlander.
Yeah, is it Verlander and
Is it Nola tonight?
It might be Nola.
If it's Nola,
Nola Verlander.
yeah, I'm taking the Phillies tonight. Phillies are going to get a big Game 1 dub.
All right.
I gotta drop a stat in here.
Let's hear it.
Justin Verlander in 7 career World Series starts, 0-6, 5.68 ERA, 9 home runs allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm doubling down on the Phillies.
He actually just became the first, I think maybe the first. I think could be wrong. One of the first pitchers to pitch in World Series in 3 different decades.
Holy shit.
Insane.
That's wild.
So, all right. So you got the Phillies tonight.
Yep.
If we're looking at the line, the Phillies are 150 underdogs, plus 150. It's in Houston. This is tough. I don't know who I want to take tonight. I think I'm leaning more Astros, just because I think, Verlander's gotten up to this point so many times. He's got the experience. Though he hasn't been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying a 6.3 ERA. I'm going Astros tonight. But let's do the position group.
Okay.
So what do you think? Let's go pitching wise, series total, team wise. Who wins the pitching
Okay,
matchup?
so in terms of like the full pitching staff, like starting rotation, stuff like that, the pen, I have to go with the Phillies, like total. All in all, I have to go. I think they're a more well-rounded pitching staff than the Astros are. I understand that they have Verlander, who had one of the best seasons like ever, especially for his age. But, dude, Nola, Wheeler, Syndergaard's a pretty tough 3-headed monster to deal with. That's tough. I understand that the Astros are the Astros, but
yeah, I mean, and they've also got Brad Hand in the pen. They've got
Ranger Suarez,
who can start for them too. They've also got David Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a good group, but
2 former Mets as the starting pitchers. It's really sad to hear.
No, it's definitely a sad day for Mets fans. But don't forget about the Astros too. I'm giving the Phillies the starting pitching.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're going full round, I think I'm leaning Astros Framber Valdez has been unreal this
Yeah.
year. Verlander is he Cy Young or
He should win it.
It's between who? Him and Shohei. Right?
I mean, it's really him and Shohei.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's another guy in there, but I mean, the votes are gonna go to him and Shohei.
I mean, like McCullers, like the movement on his pitches are nasty. Presley has been great as a closer for them. Overall, I'm going Astros, but I'll give them the nod on starters just because I don't think their starters could pitch any better.
Well, the thing about the Philly starters too is they can go 8 deep. Like these guys have fucking stamina. They and
exactly.
Their manager lets them go.
Well, that was a big discussion we actually had. I had in class. The last game when the Phillies beat the Padres and Harper had that legendary home run.
Mm-hmm.
The big story of that game before Harper hit that home run, and I guess the story after that was the Padres not using Hader on that lefty-on-lefty matchup.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how many outs were remaining. That's what ended up being the story. But the story before that was that the Phillies pulled Zach Wheeler at 87 pitches, I think in the 7th inning, when he was dominant. I think they had, the Astros might have had 1-2 hits up to that point, something like that. And then they put in, I forget who they put it, but they put in someone and he blew the lead. So, like, that was about to be the story.
Yeah.
So now I feel like it's good that happened now because now they realize if this comes up in the World Series again, let our ace rock.
Well, it was a weird move that Thompson made because he's typically throughout the whole postseason, because I've watched him pretty closely since I made the pick, he's
done a
generally let them go, which I love. Like I'm a huge proponent of if your ace is cooking, and I would argue they have 2 of them. I think it's more of like a dual ace type of deal there in Philly. Let him go to the 8th.
Yeah.
Especially if he's rocking like 90 pitches going into the 7th inning, let him go.
Yeah, and I feel like now he's even learned that even more.
Yeah.
Because of that, which could come up huge. And usually in baseball, things like that come up huge. But let's give Rob Thompson his credit here.
I love that they gave him a 2-year extension right away. As soon as they won the divisional round, just gave him the extension. I love that.
I think it goes without saying that the Phillies are America's team right now for this World Series.
I showed Monty this yesterday. There was it was like a graph thing of like what state is rooting for who in the World Series. Everyone but Texas is rooting for the Phillies.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. So then what about the hitting? So we're going fielding.
Oh, dude, it's not even close to me. It's like not even a debate, especially with the way they're playing. The Phillies are easily the better offensive team.
I want to play devil's advocate real quick because I do think it's the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
But the Astros' bottom of their lineup has been unreal.
That's the one thing as you just said, with the pitching staff, to me, the Phillies have, and I've said this the whole year, they're a star-studded team, and I love that. I think if you have gamers in baseball, you have guys who just go in, they embrace the moment. To me, that's what baseball's all about. You have to embrace the moment.
Yeah.
Baseball, I would say, is about 75% mental. You have to be a head case to play baseball. To be a pitcher, to be in the batter's box.
Sure.
So, to me, the Phillies have guys who just embrace the moment, and that's what I love about them. And they have higher-end talent, I would say, than the Astros. I really think so. I think that Bryce Harper could easily be the best player in the game today, and he's injured, and he's batting .444 in the postseason.
Oh, he's been unreal.
He can't even play the outfield. They need Schwarber to play the outfield because of how hurt Harper is. And he's still hitting bombs.
Yeah. No, he's disgusting.
And Schwarber, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Schwarber has been cooking the last 2 weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
Cooking. He started out really slow, and that was concerning for them.
Yeah.
But then he turned it on, and he's been unstoppable since.
No, it really I think this whole series comes down to 2 things. One, if the Phillies bats can stay as hot as they've been, and 2, and this is the next aspect, so I'll give the Phillies the nod on that too. But I did want to mention that Chas McCormick, Maldonado, Yuli Gurriel, Jeremy Penn. I mean, those guys have been huge for them.
Yeah.
Pena is top of the lineup,
and they're battle tested.
And Altuve's been terrible. So if Altuve has a good series, they're dangerous. But I'm still going Phillies offense. But this is the second part, and I think this is the biggest part, honestly. The baseball gods will always catch up with you.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing your, I don't know the good word here, but your due diligence, the correct stuff on defense, fielding wise, it'll always catch up to you, and it'll always catch up to you in the biggest games. And I think it'll come down to the defense. I think there's a chance that the Phillies might botch a couple.
Okay.
Alec Boehm at third. I know he's been much.
He's
better.
been phenomenal in the
much
playoffs.
Better, yeah. I think it comes down to if the Phillies. That's why my pick is Astros in 7. But I think that the Phillies. The reason why it goes to 7 is because the Phillies do make those plays.
Yes.
I think that there's so much momentum. I think they make those plays.
And the other thing too about it, I understand the baseball gods argument. In no sport more than baseball do I think that like there's something going on. There's something going on. And to me, the reason that the defense won't affect the Phillies, it's not an effort issue. It's not like they're just lackadaisical in the field like a lot of other teams in baseball. They're always trying to make the play. Sometimes they just can't, because that's how Dombrowski's built this team for all offense.
They went all out for the offense. Dombrowski now in his 5th World Series with 4 different teams.
Yeah, nice job, Sox. Way to build your farm system to let him go. Nice job. Nice job, Red Sox.
And I'm pretty sure he has like 10 of the Sox top 20 something prospects are from Dombrowski.
Yeah.
Either way,
good move. Good move, Henry.
Let's lock in our
I miss
World
speaking
Series
Sox,
picks.
man.
Hey.
I don't.
Let's lock in our World Series picks.
Phillies in 6, baby. Bryce Harper, MVP.
I'm going
Face of baseball.
I like that. I'm going Astros in 7, and I'm going Alex Bregman MVP.
No, I hate that guy. I honestly, I am.
I think Altuve will have a big series too.
I am convinced that the Phillies will win this series in 6, and I would not be surprised by 5.
You've been amazing since.
I would not be surprised by 5. I really wouldn't. If they can snag one in Houston, and then you're going to Philly, and you got 3 straight home games,
got the momentum.
I would not be surprised if they finish it off in 5.
So what do we got?
Got Astros in 6. Yordan Alvarez MVP.
I like that. that.
We'll see you guys, I guess, next time. There is so if it goes to Game 6.
Oh, can I give a dark horse?
Wait, don't we have some ice buckets to discuss?
Oh, okay.
So
we do.
Yeah.
We have 2 of them.
Yeah.
I would like to propose triple or nothing. Phillies win the World Series. If they do, you have to take 3. If they don't, you get none.
If the Astros win, I get nothing.
Yep.
Bring it over. Saw here first.
Let's go, Phillies. And my dark horse
Triple or
World
nothing.
Series MVP is who was it? Oh, JT Realmuto. I love him, and he's just, he's been a little cold. But
It's a big series for him though.
he's gonna have a huge series. Series.
All right. So I think we're all good here. If it goes to Game 6, we'll see you guys. We'll talk next Friday. Going into Game 6, it'll be Friday night, and then Game 7 will be Saturday.
Listen,
this
series
unless this game ends in 5, we'll talk about it one more time. But
I honestly,
I'm not ready for baseball to be gone.
This is how wild this series is gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised either way, if whichever team wins, if the series is over by the time we record next week. I wouldn't be surprised if the Phillies 1-4. I wouldn't be surprised if the Astros 1-4. I wouldn't be surprised if the Phillies 1-5. Astros 1-5. I think it's gonna be an insane series.
Hey, it's very possible. With these 2 offenses, with these 2 pitching staffs, as good as they've been so far. Hey, stay hot, and we've got ourselves a series.
Get it done, Phils. Get it done.
We'll see. We'll see you guys next week, next Friday, for more. Thanks for listening. Follow us at Tipsy Tailgate Media on all socials, as we've mentioned, and listen to the last pod, talking NFL, talking Brady. Got a little heated. I love it.
Tom's acting like a boob.
Time.